I watch a lot of anime, some of it kinda dark, a lot of it less dark, and although I don't really keep up with modern anime releases as much as I used to anymore, there was one anime that I really couldn't help but notice. In fact, the more I tried to ignore it, the more I'd hear about it.
Oh shit!
The anime I'm referring to is of course Redo of the Healer. Now, before I start, I've only actually seen 3 episodes of this anime, and that's because I felt super weird watching it, especially during the sex scenes, because you know, I'm a humble servant of God. So I really hope he understands that I'm only watching this anime to make this shitty review about it. Last thing I want to mention is that this review is quite short, and that's mostly because it's a fucking fetish anime. There isn't really much to say about it or analyze about it. So yeah, let's start off with the recap.
No, do you have a problem with alcohol?
So this anime takes place in the world with magic users known as heroes. There are different classes of heroes like sword heroes, gun hero, and of course, healer hero. Our main character, Kearu, is of the healer class and is a servant slash sex slave for the princess and her 2 butt buddies, sword hero and black guy, who is of course the gun class. He's also a sex slave for any other hero who wants to come in and get some of his boy pussy. They find out that his Coom has the power to make people go past their level cap or something like that, and so they keep him in a dungeon where he's constantly getting his ass beat in both senses of the word, and they have him be hooked on that purple drink so that he's unable to really do anything about it. But he develops a resistance to the drug, and when he finally gets his chance and sees that the heroes are getting their ass beat the same way that they did to him long ago, he takes his chance to escape, steal the Philosopher's Stone from this lady, and uses his healing power to go back in time? I guess that involves healing? I don't know. Well, he's in the past now, and he decides to get his drug resistance stat early by eating shrooms and constantly getting high in the forest. Once he gets scouted by the heroes, he decides not to use his power so that he's put in the sex dungeon and goes through all the weird all over again. Once he becomes powerful enough to enact his revenge though, he escapes, to princess, wipes her memory and changes her face, and takes her with him so that now she can be his sex slave. Pretty Chad. But yeah, that's the first 2 episodes. So I sort of have mixed feelings of this anime. I think the writing is complete dog shit. Every character is a one-dimensional retard, and a lot of what they do is just stupid as hell. Like Kearu, his plan for revenge has some really unnecessary steps. So he has the ability to steal skills from people as well as some XP whenever he heals them. And his master revenge plan is to refuse to heal anyone, therefore getting himself captured, therefore becoming a sex slave, and while he's a sex slave, he's absorbing the XP of the niggas that's clapping him cheeks. He endures this till he becomes powerful enough to take his revenge. But all of this is completely unnecessary. He could have prevented all of this ass clapping if he would have just joined up with the heroes, steal some XP from every hero he'd heal, and once he's strong enough then he can take his little weirdo revenge. Was that not a better option? I mean, did he really think to himself, yes, in order to have my revenge on the princess, I must take 10 cocks up my ass every day. That'll show them. I mean, wasn't all this going back in time business so that he doesn't have to experience all this torture again? I mean, what was the point of going back in time? I don't know. I'm starting to think Kearu actually enjoyed getting his colon hole inverted. But this anime actually does something that very little anime are able to do to me, and that's making me laugh. I don't know if it's intentionally like this or they're really trying to be serious, but there are many scenes where I just laughed my ass off. My favorite is the scene where Kearu is getting raped, and this lady just got a nut busted in her mouth, and this goes in for some too. He actually seems a bit too excited to go past his level cap. Yeah, I'm sure that's why you wanted a sip, bro. Let's see. Ah, yes, the infamous, or not so infamous, I don't even know anymore, princess rape scene everyone can't seem to stop talking about. Alright, so Kearu kills these 2 random women, which by the way is stupid on the princess's part for hiring women as her guards. guards. I mean, I alone can easily destroy multiple women. Of course, this huge ass guy will be able to as well. And why only 2 guards? Why is there nobody outside or near the room of the princess? Especially in a world where all or most of the heroes are self-obsessed assholes who do things like this to one of their own if they disobey them. Then you know what happens. He tosses her around, breaks her fingers a bit. You know, standard procedure for when you're dealing with women. Alright, I'll stop. But I was honestly kind of shocked with this scene, which is of course the whole point of this show, shocking shit for shock value's sake, but that feeling of shock soon turned into laughter when Kearu did this. I really hope they didn't expect me to take that seriously. I also found it weird that when he's done using Flare, that's the prince's name by the way, Flare, there's this weirdly triumphant sounding music in the background. But that's all I really care to say about this anime slash hentai thingy. There's a lot more aspects of it that I can rip into, but it's a fucking hentai anime. Chances are you're not here for the story or the writing, you sick fucks. Anyways, 10 out of 10. MC is very relatable. Peace.